Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Antonio Guterres, President of the UN General Assembly, Mr. Philemon Young, and friends in our global community. 80 years ago, the Charter of the United Nations was signed. This ushered into being a new era in global cooperation and understanding. It envisaged the United Nations as a community of nations determined to spare future generations from the scourge of war. Today, as an institution that reaches across the planet, we must continue to safeguard the UN as the center of multilateralism. We must continue to advance the United Nations as the foremost champion and guarantor of peace and security, sustainable development, and human rights for all. This is particularly important as the international community is confronted by a world that is facing more multifaceted challenges, conflicts, and threats that did not exist when the United Nations was founded. The realities of the present and the challenges of the future reinforce the urgent need to make the United Nations more inclusive, more representative, and better equipped to respond to the needs of all people. Today, we are celebrating an organization with 80 years of experience, history, and institutional capability. There is no other multilateral body on this planet that enjoys more credibility and legitimacy than the United Nations to advance our collective endeavors. Guided by its charter, we must enable and support the UN to address both contemporary global challenges and future threats and opportunities. Let me conclude with one call, that the Charter of the United Nations remains at the center of our efforts to transform this organization to be more effective for generations to come. We must together support the reform of the United Nations so that it is more inclusive and represents current global realities, and so that we can achieve the sustainable peace and development that all the people of the world so greatly deserve. I thank you.